Stay tuned.
As a channel member, we want to have stuff for you guys. What we plan to do, of course, have those emojis, a bonk emoji.
Yeah.
We want to do comic strips for you guys to kind of keep our characters and comics out there, keep the creative blood flowing, and just little strips, maybe monthly.
Develop notifications, sub if you haven't. We're trying to make the best content we can out here and do something more like a podcast.
Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this.
What a rush!
Hey yo, 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 hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. All right, for a minute there I thought we lost it. Whoa. Hey yo.
Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No.
Yes!
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that?
Who are those guys?
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know. But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch is challenging all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna trial us all out.
Calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat. I'm gonna.
About this.
I don't care if he don't. I'll make him bleed.
It's Friday night. You know what time it is. Turn those stereos up and sit back for the Diaz Brothers show, the two best-looking brothers in all of comics. Tonight, we recap what happened at C2E2, and the young Donovan Coleman is on the show. Put your hands together for the Diaz brothers. What is that? Oh, there's one for screen. There you go. Not yet, Vaughn. Stay in the back, Vaughn. Not yet. There we go.
You know,
Here we go.
I always thought, it's funny.
It is funny.
It's funny to make fun of Scott Steiner and stuff like that, but I always have to hand it to him, being able to on the fly add 75 and then 66 and 2/3 together,
Right.
in the middle of all that confusion.
Yeah, it might check out.
And subtracting 33 1/3 and 25%.
I mean,
Right
he
there.
did, he went to Michigan University.
Oh, did he?
So he's, it's an alumni over there. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Diaz Brothers show. We're back, and we weren't here last week because we were at C2E2. And,
I feel like it's surprising to me in my timeline right now that C2E2 was only last weekend.
yeah, I feel like a lot has happened since.
Yeah, I feel
Right.
like so
Long week.
much stuff. This week did not fly by.
No?
No, even though maybe the days seem short, there was a lot of stuff going on over here, commission work and stuff that I had, and just
Packing
it
books.
feels like a distant.
I was
memory.
packing books.
Yeah, you were packing books. You get those labels made.
Yeah, we're going to look at some people getting their books in the mail. Shout outs to them today. We're going to take a look at a super cut video of C2E2. We'll probably just talk over it about the experience. But welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. If you guys are on YouTube, if you're on X, if you're on Rumble, hit a like, say hello in the comments section. We got 5 people over on Rumble. Shout outs to y'all. And we got about 30 and 30 over on YouTube and X.
TC says C2E2 feels like it was months ago. it really does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still coming down off of like this. I don't know if the lights over there get to me or something like that, but I'm like this.
Right. It's like when ET is you go those
No.
lights and he's like,
I have the perfect explanation. See, this is I have had this for C2E2s and like very, very large conventions at McCormick Place, but I was never able to like visualize, like give somebody a good visualization for it. The perfect visualization is the weekend walking through that hall of mirrors. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's trying to get out of the hall of mirrors. It's got the lights everywhere.
oh, you're saying
the
weekend.
Yeah.
Not
the weekends.
the
not
noun,
the idea
right.
of the,
Or the
the
time.
human created construct,
Of the weekend.
But yeah, the man himself.
Who's also a
walking
human
through.
created construct.
No, I mean he's a person. I don't think he's a
someone
figment of my
created him.
imagination.
Yeah, he's not an idea.
Right. He's not an idea.
He's quite a
like
character,
the
though.
weekend is an idea, right?
Right.
It
Should I
was
pull up this?
perpetrated by Big Watch to sell more watches. Let's be real here, okay?
If you don't know
But-
who the weekend is,
Yeah, if you don't know who the weekend he's been.
is there like a meme?
The guy who has been at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights for the past 5 years for some reason. Yeah, it's literally this. This is me.
Let me pull this up. Jamie,
C2E2.
Stan, can you pull this up for us? Let's see. StreamYard is hard to use.
I forget that
nowadays.
it's not immediately shown.
Yeah. Let's
here.
see.
But yeah, Raiden Radio says, pull up the weekend, Jamie.
You guys
Have you seen this here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this. This is
Number 7.
my
Student watches
eyes
porn.
and C2E2.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Last year I didn't eat anything because we got there at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
We had over 50 games there. So we got there, turned everything on, made sure everything was still running. And then the food there is trash. It's like Connie's Pizza, which is a local pizza place here in Chicago, but it's like, it's not
It's
Connie's
the pre-made
pizza.
Connie's Pizza.
It's
but they sell at the store,
it's
probably.
pizza by definition alone. It's absolute garbage. It's like a slice of white bread with ketchup and cheese. on top.
No.
Dude, it's so bad. Anyway, so it's like, it's not even worth eating. So last year I didn't eat, and I was just like coffee and energy drinks.
Were
the
you
whole
doing this
weekend.
thing called Tiny Stomach?
I don't
Would
remember
you say
if I was
that?
doing Tiny Stomach at the time. But I thought like, all right, it was the caffeine. But I didn't do that this year, knowing that I was going to get this like crazy caffeine high for 2 weeks. That didn't happen, so now I'm attributing it to the overstimulation
Citizen
from the place
Ronan
or the lights.
Citizen Ronan says you're whining. Says lots of whining going on around here.
I don't know. I don't drink. I'm not a
You think he's misspelling winning?
Oh, yeah.
It could be winning. Yeah. Let's see what's up, everybody in the chat. Eddie Spaghetti Winkler in the chat says Crazy Poor Pizza is better. It's that bad. He's talking about Connie's.
Yeah.
We love Enzo's.
To be fair,
right?
I've never had Crazy Poor's pizza.
I've been having
Enzo's pizza.
What's up, Amanda B in the chat? I got some wine. There you go. Snarticon says seed oils protect you from con crud.
Gee, I didn't get con crud. Did you get con crud?
No, it's because we had Exotica con crud.
Yeah, we had the impenetrable shield.
Yeah, I
of
feel
Exotica
great.
Con crud.
I feel great. Lord Nemesis is in the chat. Good to see you. Hyper Wiz Art. Good to see you, brother.
Oh my God, Raiden Radio with the Detroit pizza and Chicago pizza. Is that the one? Where
it's the square one.
It's the square. It's basically Wonder Bread with a slice of American cheese
yeah.
on top of it.
American cheese or Cheese Whiz from the jar.
Red.
Right. Red 5. Awesome one is here. TC, good to see you. Dale A. Let's give some what's up.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Scroll up. Old Dirty Fatty.
What's up?
What's up? Crazy Mad in the chat.
What's up?
Kayla. I actually have some art for Kayla.
You gonna show it off?
Yeah, yes. When we talk about the con, the stuff that I bought from the con. Henry Bemis is here. Michael Beecroft is here. Good to see you. Snarticon DM.
What's up?
He's blaming me, but saying let's go to you.
Hey yo,
blasphemous. Aaron Calamari, who we met for the first time
We
at
did.
C2E2.
Yeah,
which was crazy because we've been buddies with him for years.
yeah. If you guys were here for the hardline, you heard how that went down when I first met him. And
Yeah, I got
Phil
him this
trying shenanigans.
Yeah, he brought his girlfriend, and I made him sign a bunch of books for me at the arcade in front of her, and she was all like swooning. She was like, "Oh,
nice."
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you're
Gassing
welcome,
him up.
Aaron. You're welcome, Aaron. Guy in his room is here. Lots of people. Cranberry Langers, good to see you. Scrolling. I wonder who was the first. Oh, it was Ebi here? Dude, Ebi. What's up, brother?
Twitter.
On Twitter watching. Los Diaz. Yeah, we met
That looks
Ebi
just
Canales
like him,
as well.
Except
Yeah.
he's browner than that.
He is browner than that. Yeah, it's probably a self-portrait, and he ran out of brown crayon.
Yeah.
Baz is here as well. Good to see you, Baz. We met Baz in Tampa.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Siegel here as always. LE, my boy. Good to see you. And let's just say that's it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people on here.
lots-
If we
lots
missed
of
you,
people.
I'm sorry. Kirby is here as well. Dean. What's up, Dean? Good to see you, Dean. All right. So we got a show to do. Let's talk about C2E2. And I wanted to show this off too. I wanted to make like I might make a YouTube video to put up about C2E2, but before we went to the gym today, I'm like, I could just do this really quick and render this out. So this is footage from C2E2.
Is this just speed run?
Day 0.
Yeah, day
This is
zero.
us. I was on Shelby Robertson's streaming the whole time while we set up. And we'll put this up in the background.
You know, I was thinking, you know how people were streaming at the convention? I don't understand how that's possible since the internet is
sucks
so bad there. You could barely get a text
Well, it was good when
message.
no one was there.
Right, when nobody's there, it's fine.
So this is when no one was there. So this is me setting up. I was on Shelby's stream. You could go check out Shelby's stream American Discord. And I talked through it in real time. And this is us setting up the arcade. I put some little Boston music in the background. But this was day 0. This is what we had to do.
Product placement right there.
Little NBA Jam product placement.
I was talking about the coffees.
Oh, Starbucks?
Some guy came over later on and he's like, dude, you guys got NBA Jam. You know, the NBA Jam voice actor is here. I'm like, oh, yeah, Tim Kitzrow. He's like, yeah, you should get him to sign your cabinet. I'm like, he has signed that cabinet. And like, all that stuff that you bought from him, we printed that for him, too.
Yeah. I wonder if this works. No?
Well, now you're just showing us. What are you talking
No,
about?
what do I do? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this year we brought about 25 cabs. We were all the way in the back by the Pro Wrestling Tees booth, which was kind of like the last booth.
It was probably a better view from where we were than where we would have been.
Yeah.
But it was just not a great location in general.
How do I make us bigger?
Make us bigger?
Yeah, could I do that?
Do they need to see us? We're on the screen already.
Yeah, but we're tiny.
It's all right.
I feel like people come here to see us,
Maybe.
Tree Goblins in the chat. What's up? I think I saw Wild Kelsey Shannon in the chat. Yes, Galaga. We have a special 2-in-1 cabinet that has Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga.
Yeah, that was an official release. Yeah,
check this out. This is the super rare. What is it called? Primal Rage 2, which I showed off a little bit of the side art here. Pulling it up. That's Alien. Primal Rage 2, which is a game that never came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a prototype board. Super rare is on like 5 boards that anybody knows of, but this is the only one you could play in the world publicly. Yeah. And the game is so cool. It's basically fully done. It's got all the characters in it. There's multiple different ways you could play the characters. Like you could either be their human form or their like dinosaur form or whatever. It's pretty badass. So if you guys are ever in town, definitely come out just to play that one. That one's super cool. And that one, we were talking about it at the convention. It's like, we always bring it to conventions,
right?
But it's the most vulnerable.
It's the most vulnerable,
most
and
rare.
It's also like the least well known. So
right.
Like people don't grasp what they're seeing. So like they don't understand that it's that cool.
I didn't watch this back as well, so the phone fell a couple times. Yeah, but this is day one, and the internet was good day one. But as soon as day 0, I should say. But as soon as patrons started coming in, couldn't get a signal at all.
Yeah, it was
to walk around and stuff. Yo, Oliver, what's up? We're just looking at some C2E2 setup from day 0. It's from Shelby's stream.
The convention, as far as like the arcade and stuff, though, it was really good. Like people loved that we were there again.
Yeah.
They were like, why? How come there's not as many games?
What's up, Jeremy?
Like C2E2 didn't want that many games this year. And we're like, we're gonna go complain about that.
But there was more room, to walk around and stuff, because the space we had was basically the same as last year. But since we had double the games, we created a center row,
a center double row
that parted between the booth. And I'm sure there's just as many people in it. It's crazy too, because you'd think the con would want people to not stay in one spot and just lounge around for hours. But
I mean, it kind of works to their benefit where they could, kind of cram more people in there because there's going to be so many people standing in one spot for a while. Like they have that green grass, like AstroTurf area with like lounging, and you could grab a beer or something and just sit at like some picnic benches and stuff and hang out. So they want people to just chill out at the convention, and this kind of offers a good respite.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And yeah, it was packed.
Everything's
set
to free play, so you could just come over and just start playing. Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet was a huge hit. There was a line. Play it.
Yeah, not the original Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat 1.
That white cabinet right there on the right. That's a custom-made PlayStation 5 Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet.
Yes.
Custom art kit we did here. Yeah, it was hugely popular.
Yeah, super popular. I kind of pulled it out a little bit so you could see it from the entrance. I think
lots of people were like, wow, I didn't even know this came out in an arcade.
Right.
And I didn't correct them.
Like, our shit's custom motivator. So you said with 6 a.m. comics in the chat. What's up? Jay Williams also in the chat. Good to see you. So I'm doing a little quick walk around here.
You get your headphones in.
Yeah, the headphones actually worked. Like, I was able to talk.
Good range.
Yeah, well, yeah, they had the good range. The mic was good. The quality. Oh, showing off our little Godzilla. What would you call these things?
They're like amusement machines. They're
pretty cool.
They have ticket versions of them, and then they have prize versions of them. These are the 2 prize versions. So they're kind of just like this one here. It's the Godzilla little animatronic there, and he opens his mouth and shakes his head and stuff, and you have to shoot. Like it launches these like ping pong balls into his mouth. And then the other one is Ghidorah, And then there's Baby or Godzilla Jr. there, and you have to hit Ghidorah in the face with your tail, as he like attacks at
They're
you.
pretty fun. They're like mini
cool.
games. Hey, look, a second Canales has appeared on YouTube this time.
Yeah, that looks more like
it. Thank you for being here. There was a question. LE, my buddy, he says, do you guys have rival schools united by fate?
Yeah, rival schools.
We do. We have it at the arcade. It's like this very, I think it's a 3D animated, like anime fighter, right?
Dude, I have not looked at it.
I'm pretty sure it's 3D models.
Yeah.
And a 3D fighting game. Yeah,
so we definitely do. You know, we're close to 1,000 games now, so it's hard pressed to
remember what we have.
Well, that and ask us a game, and then we don't have it at this point.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? I did my little my third person, like playing a video game.
Well, you're doing like the weekend thing, right?
Oh yeah, it's the weekend. Now here's my if you were playing Resident Evil and you were playing me, and in Resident Evil, see that?
Yeah, that was.
It's kind of hard to do. I didn't realize that so much of this is just me. Oh yeah, that's when I pulled my pants up all the way.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody enjoyed that. Shelby actually enjoyed that. What's up,
House
Shelby?
of the Dead. Yeah, we have several House of the Dead games.
Yeah, we have a lot of House of the Dead games. Carnival. We got everything. Just come out.
Jay Williams says big seed oil is funny. He goes, dude, you could smell the corn oil in there because they had the popcorn machines going.
Oh yeah.
The hot dog rollers and everything.
Hot dog.
If you're sensitive to it, you could really smell it in the air.
Here's Tom. Here's my boy Tom. And I think we were done now. This is definitely like the weekend. This is when you sent me to go get the badges, and I kind of snuck away to look at some other things, and didn't tell you because Shelby wanted me to look up what was going on here.
So
hey,
they
could
had
I
a really
slow this
strict
down?
limit on time, right? And they were like, get in 1 hour and you can't leave your vehicles unattended or else they're going to tow them. And then so they were like making an announcement every hour on the intercoms, like, you have 5 minutes, we're towing all the vehicles out of here. And so there was just like these turnovers. So we had to go get the badges and our hour was basically up.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, we got to run down and get the badges. Because the badges were outside the convention hall, out in the front lobby area in a different ballroom, which is literally like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
Like no joke. And so
you'll see the walk. This is the walk now.
Yeah,
I just left the convention hall and now I got to go all the way down. I thought we didn't need no stinking badges, but then it turns out you do. You need badges for this convention.
Do. Yeah, this convention security, as far as checking badges,
they're actually not as well. Yeah, definitely for like exhibitors and stuff, but they're not as strict as say like a fan expo, where as a patron you have to actually scan the badge when you go in.
Really, really weird.
And out to. But I love McCormick going there because like you have to walk up all these stairs and stuff, and this is just so grand and open.
The place is huge. Like
the front is all glass.
Up there
it's
on
all
those other levels, I don't even know what's up there.
Me neither. Yeah.
Like, it could be like a hotel or something. I have no idea. I've never been up there. But I guess there was somebody who came by and they were like, on level 5, there's supposed to be more gaming. Where's that?
Oh, really?
And I'm like, level 5? It is this is the only level that I know of.
Yeah, the opposite way, like behind me, I know are ballrooms for panels.
Sure.
And you can get into that area from the convention, or you can go up an escalator that's like right next to the
I guess
outside of it.
I've never been outside the main convention hall.
Yeah, I only did once for like a karaoke one year.
It
was in a panel
communication wire.
Eddie. Yeah, but Saturday was fully sold out again, like last year.
Right.
I mean, they always sell out
Even
Saturday.
Though I feel like it was not as busy as last year. Last year, it took so long to walk from where we were to the front.
Yeah.
And it was like impossible amount of people. And this year it was not nearly that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they like pulled back on what their maximum occupancy could be.
maybe that's a thing like that C2E2 themselves implements.
Well, because you remember last year, well, they kind of did it this year because Jeremiah was talking about on Saturday, it was sold out. And last year it was, you couldn't find parking anywhere.
Yeah.
Because all the parking garages were full. And the McCormick place is huge. Like if you've never been there,
it's crazy.
Insane.
There's also a second McCormick place.
Right. The old McCormick.
Well, yeah.
And then so on
Which
Saturday,
they don't use anymore.
What happened was the parking lots were full again, and Jeremiah had to park on the show floor in old McCormick place.
Yeah, that's
they
crazy.
opened up the convention floor for more parking in the old building.
That means
nuts.
Lots A through C were taken up.
Dude, there's like,
and then the truck yard.
Lots. There's E. It goes all the way up to E.
That's crazy. I remember last year we have a work van for the arcade, and I had to park it in parking lot B or C, which is underground.
It's under Old McCormick Place.
Under Old McCormick Place, and you get into it from the highway, basically, like a little off ramp, and then you go underground. And the van is just high enough to basically scrape the top of the ceiling of the parking garage. So that was.
So he was in the van by himself.
Yeah,
goes in there and he's scraping in until
there's
he
like
reaches
the
like a point.
The hanging signs that are scraping the roof of the van.
But then when we left, there was 3 of us.
Yeah,
and so the
weighted
van
down
was a little bit lower, and it made it out.
Ooh, yeah, I was stressing about that.
Good. It's always
crazy.
It's always a circus.
So this here, I wanted to show. I showed it on the stream. Let me get back to that. This view. So this is New McCormick Place, and this is the plaque that has everybody that worked on the building and during construction.
Yeah, the construction.
And our dad is a retired iron worker who would build foundations for buildings downtown. He worked on Soldiers Field and worked on the McCormick Place. So I was just showing his name is on here, which I didn't realize that I didn't actually show it because I was on my phone. Well done. But it's somewhere up there.
You just crossed the Diaz's.
Yeah, there's like 18 Diaz's. There it is.
Right there.
Yeah. There we go.
Well done.
Right there. So
my favorite part about this plaque in particular is when it was installed, I was a small child, and it was always like, whoa, look at up there.
Like, I could barely see it.
And then now it's just like you could just reach up and point to,
it's
to where
pretty cool.
his name is.
It's good that he's not like all the way at the top, where because there is a point. The thing's so high you can't see like the first 20 lines of names. So pretty cool. And then after this, this is basically almost the end. I gotta turn this back to normal so you can see it speeding along. But yeah, and then I went and picked up the badges, and then I was under now a bunch of concrete, so the signal cut out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah, this is like an entirely different part of the convention center that's just all ballrooms and like panel halls and stuff I've never been to.
Well, yeah, they use it as like will call.
It's like the area where you have to walk through just to get to the place that you want to go, which is the main convention place.
Yeah. But super cool. Met a bunch of people, saw familiar faces. They came over to the table. I think the first guy that, because we had our Zade Comics table set up within the arcade area,
right,
as well as like a Galloping Ghost merch table that we're selling stuff from. The first guy that bought anything from us, Zade Comics wise, remembered us from last year, and he bought all of our books last year and came back for the new stuff,
the newest stuff,
which is cool. And he's like, "Yeah, when's Magic Cop 3?" Yeah,
and picked
super
up some
cool.
other books. I think he bought a butt book just to like fill out the whole suite of everything that he had purchased.
That was awesome. We saw Ryan Blue Thunder. Wolfer from the chat also came out, and then he went to the arcade that night as well and checked that out. A bunch of people and people that are like locals as well that we usually see at cons, which is super cool. Check out the stuff that I got.
Cons are like that weird catch-22, right? Of like, you'd never want to go and set up for the con, or like you're super hyped for it, right? It's like, oh man, the con's coming up. Yeah. And then it's the day of setup, and you're like, dude, I absolutely don't want to do this. I don't want to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and drive downtown. Yeah. And then when you're there, it's awesome. And then afterward, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to do that again next year.
Well, the cool thing about this, or like any Chicago con, is we don't have to get a hotel.
Right.
And we could just drive 20 minutes, you know? So that was cool.
Assuming you're not dealing with crazy traffic.
Right. Yeah. I mean, usually the traffic's died down by the time everything ends.
Has an excellent question here. He says, did you find any jars of furry juice at the con setup, just like you did at the arcade? There were, I only seen, well, that is to say, I only saw 3 furries. And I think only 2 of them were like full-blown, super crazy suit. I think one of them was just like the big head thing.
Here's us and Ryan. Yeah, and his badass.
He was not
Jay Lee
dressed as a furry.
Yeah, he's not cosplaying as a furry. Yeah, but he does have a really cool Jay Lee Gambit and Rogue piece. That was badass. We also had extra silhouette shirts that were given to people that were like backers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. So there was like we had a couple of extra smalls left over, and then we had a few 3XLs. So you had your choice.
Yeah, and so I got to walk around a few times as well. Eddie Winkler came out Sunday, and we were walking around kind of like before the show opened because he wanted to see what was around. He ran into, I guess, an old cartoonist that used to work at a comic shop that he used to go to back in the day. He does this really cool cartoony style. And he also has the coolest name ever. If you guys ever heard of this guy, it's a local guy. His name's Art Baltazar. He sounds like a warlock. And he does this kick-ass, like cartoony style that's almost like Dogman or Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
And I guess years ago, this is old, but Dark Horse licensed him or hired him to do a bunch of like little Dark Horse characters. So I picked up the Mask one. He has like a little Hellboy as well, and super cool guy. He told me that they were Dark Horse's instructions were like, watch the Jim Carrey Mask film and then write a comic of what happens next, but without Stanley Ipkiss. So I haven't gotten to read this or anything yet, but it's super fun stuff. And you guys know how I love the Mask for Mayor. Look at that. That's funny.
Yeah, this thing looks really, really cool.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm gonna have to read this. And then also I didn't pick up a lot. I showed some of the Wayshak stuff that I got from Jonathan Wayshak, who's a super cool guy. Everybody follow him. I showed that on Monday. That's at my place. I got his sketchbook and stuff, but I stopped by the Art Adams table and got this Art Adams book of his Marvel stuff, and he signed it as well. Super cool, black and white and colored work from over the years. And I'll have to look. I'm probably, good coffee table book, oversized. Look at that Rogue.
Hyper Wizard says Warlock, so a male witch?
Yeah. Yeah, no one uses Warlock anymore?
Nobody,
Balthazar definitely sounds more like a warlock than a wizard, no? Or an evil wizard.
He's evil, right?
Yeah, he's an evil wizard.
Yeah.
That Rogue. Super cool. Awesome Art Adams stuff. And then Kayla wanted to know what was at Art Adams' table because she's obsessed with him. So I grabbed this for her boss. I think she's going to give it to her boss or something.
And it turns out she's her own boss.
She's her own boss, yeah. But this was the last print they had of this Godzilla. It's pretty crazy cool.
Oh, Sarikon says Jake likes manwiches. It's disgusting.
Gross. Cool Godzilla. I mean, if you're into Godzilla,
Some people like Godzilla.
Some people like Godzilla with his giant thighs, Doesn't skip leg day. But I got this for myself. I put this on the back. This is badass. I'm going to put this in my room.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, badass cool. Jay Lee
Dark Tower print. So I might have to frame that and put that up.
He doesn't look like Denzel Washington.
You mean Idris Elba?
No.
Oh, yeah, Denzel Washington. From the Book of Eli?
Yeah.
It's a different.
That's what it is.
It's a different
It's
IP.
the same movie.
It's not.
Yeah, it's just a poorly made remake.
No. Dark Tower is awesome. So there's Roland. So yeah, those are kind of the stuff we picked up, or I picked up. Did you buy anything?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to buy that Poochie pop.
Oh yeah.
Even though
Talk
I'm not
about
like
that.
really into pops, but
You're really into Poochie.
I'm really into Poochie. I'm really into deep cut Simpsons stuff.
Right, which we'll talk about. We have some of that we can talk about.
So they had the Funko Pops
Booth.
It was basically like its own room. It was insane. It was this huge booth
Uh-huh.
that was like walled off around it, and there was like a bouncer, and you had to get in line, and
Yeah.
it was this huge thing. And then so the Poochie Pop is a C2E2 exclusive, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know like exclusives, and people were selling them on eBay for like $45, because like pre-orders and stuff, and they were launched at C2E2. And then so I told one of the guys that was with us, David, I'm like, hey, you're going to go walk around, swing past the Pops booth and see how much that is and see if you could grab one. And he said it was like $15. I'm like, here's $20, go buy one.
Yeah.
And he said the line was like 2 hours long and you needed a reservation to get into the booth.
Dude,
I was like,
every time I
whatever.
walked past there, it was a huge line.
Yeah.
And then there was like a guy with a megaphone, like rallying everybody.
That's what I was saying. It was like from Jingle All the Way. They're like, we have a limited supply of Poochie Pops left, and they will be given out in a lottery fashion. Each of you have been given a number.
Poochie is pretty cool.
Yeah, Poochie's awesome. He's like a Poochie and the Space Coyote from The Simpsons. I would definitely do like some sort of Space Coyote figure. Would be cool. But anyway, so I just ordered it online, and then I checked right now, and it's not coming until next Wednesday, which is bogus because some people I've seen on Twitter received theirs already.
Look, you got his.
Yeah,
It's from the site for $15.
$15, and it's like $6 shipping. I'll not wait in a 2-hour line and then spend $6. That's fine.
Well, this is a perfect segue because we went over. Was it Monday? Or on a Hardline?
The previous Monday.
AI. Remember this? It was the X-Men AI.
I've heard of AI, yeah.
Now they have this is the new Simpsons, maybe live action with AI.
The Insanity Pepper Coyote whack-ass, yeah.
Welcome to Springfield, where the jokes are as abundant as the donuts and the residents are as quirky as they come. Meet Homer Simpson, the lovable but bumbling head of the Simpson family. By his side is Marge, his patient and kind-hearted wife, who holds the family together. Their children include Bart, who is always stirring up chaos, while Lisa, the middle child, shines with intelligence and compassion. And there's Maggie, the adorable baby. From exploring the enigmatic mysteries of the town's wealthiest resident, Mr. Burns,
disgusting.
to navigating the vibrant atmosphere of Moe's Tavern, every moment is a unique experience. Also part of this vibrant ensemble is Ned Flanders, the friendly neighbor whose unwavering optimism never fails to brighten the day. Followed by Krusty the
Oh my God.
the eccentric entertainer
Ugh.
who's always ready to put on. And let's
Why
not
is
forget
he the
Milhouse,
only one?
Bart's
Milhouse.
loyal and nerdy best friend. Explore the wacky world of Springfield, a town where the laughter is infectious, and the residents are always ready to welcome you with open
Sideshow
arms.
Bob. That's a pretty good Sideshow Bob, though.
I enjoyed these, but now there's too many of them. There was a Futurama one,
Yeah.
and there were some other ones I just scrolled past.
I
I'm
like the
they're all
voiceovers.
same.
Yeah, they're just doing the breaking down the characters.
Because the AI animated stuff is not quite there yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We got Brian Kriskow in the chat.
Apu looks like his dad.
There you go. Jeremy would watch it. TC agrees with you. Says they're overdone now.
Yeah, they're definitely overplayed.
Let's see what else. Do we have some other Simpsons news here? Is this it? Oh, this is from C2E2. Now, we didn't see this guy
But this is pretty great. This is
Yeah, I'm
the
surprised I didn't see this guy.
Skinner steamed hams, Albany style.
Yeah. It's an Albany expression, of course, even though they're obviously grilled.
Look at that. Now that's some commitment. Yeah.
Doing the yellow. He's got the hair for it.
Yeah, this is the best yellow makeup.
I'm upset that I didn't see this guy. I would have really appreciated that.
Would have you taken a picture?
No, I didn't take a picture with anybody, but
I took a picture.
Would have
with
been cool
someone.
to see.
I took a picture with one person.
Yeah. You gonna show it?
It's right here. It's me and Lunette. We showed this off Monday, but you know, we've talked about. I'd say Zay Comics is a pro Lunette channel, pro Rig Comfy Couch.
Yeah,
friend of the channel, Allison Court, voice of Jubilee, and
which who knew that?
Lunette. I didn't know that.
People like,
and Lunette, and we figured out she was 22 when she was Lunette.
For when she was Lunette the first time, because there was like a very short Canada only unsyndicated season of Big Comfy Couch
before.
Before it was like years before. And then it got picked up into syndication. And then when it became popular in the United States, then they went back and then started making more seasons again.
Yeah.
Or more episodes.
I'm saying, ladies, what's stopping you from dressing like 90s outfit Lunette here?
What I'm appreciating is the uniqueness of her clown nose relative to yours.
Right. That's the show clown nose. Like it's a rubber.
Because look at the Maui doll. It's not just a big round ball.
Right.
It's like this nose, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Jurassic Park jacket was a huge fan favorite.
Yep.
She looked great. Like everybody that was part of this booth was very loud dressed and like very 90s vibrant.
The guy who does Wolverine's voice had like a big yellow X-Men jacket on, like windbreaker.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They definitely showed up. They showed up.
Narnicon says she knows how to work a clock.
Eddie says nice dolls. It's my mother's doll. Okay, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah,
that explanation. Hashtag Phenomenova.
Oh,
that's a foreshadowing to something we're going to be talking about later. If you guys are looking for a new book to back, Phenomenova, link in the description. You can check it out before we get Vaughn on here. We still got 15 minutes. All right, we talked about The Simpsons.
Did he have a respirator? Who, the Wolverine voice actor? He looked like he was up there, but he looked totally fine.
Yeah, I think it's the same
older,
guy,
obviously, but he looked like he was doing fine. You know what I did, or I didn't see him, but we were walking, and somebody in the group that we were walking with said they had the new voice actor of Apu was there.
What?
No. And I'm like, who the hell would want to meet that guy?
Is
First
there
of all,
one?
he's a poser.
Uh-huh.
And second of all, they destroyed Apu. Who would be like, that's the guy I want an autograph of?
That's like kind of, I regret not talking to the Lunette chick about, are you mad that you're not playing Jubilee anymore?
Yeah, she's contractually obligated to not
say that she's mad. Yeah, but I wanted to be like, they did you dirty.
She sounded fantastic when she played Jubilee again.
Right, yeah. So if you guys didn't watch the new X-Men, there's a Jubilee-centric episode where she gets sucked into a video game by Mojo, and she meets her future self, who has like more control over her powers, and she's like cyberpunky. Her older version is played by Allison Court.
Right.
And she sounds exactly like the 90s.
Perfect.
It's her voice. I'm sure it's just her voice. Yeah, she sounded perfect. But that was only for one episode, and she's not coming back because it's a very circumstantial situation. But they replaced her with this, young Asian American girl.
Yeah, who said this?
Same thing with Gambit.
If it's not Hank Azaria, who, I guess they retired the character. I haven't watched the new seasons of Simpsons, but I was watching something about that. and they were saying that they retired him, so he's just kind of in the background with no voice now.
Yeah.
But like, who the hell would want to go meet that guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be like wanting to go meet the new Jubilee voice actor.
Hey, speaking of cartoons, and Chad Townsend in the chat, he retweeted this, and I thought this was awesome. You showed this to me as well. This new, if you guys are fans of cartoons, this.
Yeah.
Quiet, gentlemen, I have something important to announce.
You will see some signs around about the
Entertainment. Did you hear what he said? Roll 'em.
New channel.
Underdog is here.
This is like Boomerang.
Yeah, except it's free? Because I think BTV is local broadcast television.
Right. Yeah, you don't need any cable. So this is all cartoon MeTV.
I don't. Is it on streaming? I think it's on TV.
Popeye.
Speed Racer.
Secret Squirrel, dude.
Yeah, Secret Squirrel.
There was a
Touche Turtle. I've never heard of Touche Turtle. I saw a picture of him. He looks like a Three Musketeers, but a turtle.
Dude, Freakazoid.
Yeah, Freakazoid's crazy because this lineup is really, really throwback.
Yeah,
but then there's a couple of more modern stuff. Like
yeah, didn't you say Animaniacs as well?
No.
Oh,
I
dude,
didn't see
Inspector Gadget
Animaniacs
is
on
so
there.
good. Inspector Gadget's classic. Good
It's
stuff.
this terrible 60s Tom and Jerry, though.
Was there a terrible Tom and Jerry? Johnny Quest.
I don't know. McGilla Gorilla. There's definitely a lot of.
Johnny Quest is good.
There's a lot of stuff on here that I haven't seen.
Was that the first one?
Richie
Oh, here you go.
Rich,
Popeye, Top Cat.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Dude, Speed Racer. So good.
But there was like Two Stupid Dogs. They had a picture on the website when you went to the
Oh,
MeTV
really?
thing. Yeah, with like a bunch of
Two Stupid
profile
Gods is pretty
pictures.
good. More modern. Why is Josie and the Pussycats so small, though? It's a little suspect. Oh, there. My bad. Yeah, so that's cool. I don't know where you could find it.
This is going to be like what brings back core America again. None of this new gay Cartoon Network shit.
Yeah.
This is going to be like, put your kids in front of the TV, throw these things on here, get some Chuck Jones, Mel Blanc, Tex Avery.
Dude, Big Chungus making a comeback.
Yeah.
Big Chungus could have his spin-off.
There was I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. There's like some classic TV station, and they had Weekend Catch Up, and it was just a bunch of the series in like a marathon, and it was just all Looney Tunes, and it was just all of like the iconic episodes of Looney Tunes, just in a row.
Dude, Tex Avery. Tex Avery is awesome. They could do like just a Tex Avery hour, you know?
Yeah, there's just so much.
The New Adventures of Big Chungus.
That'd be great.
Yeah, who has the rights to that character?
Yeah, let's talk about some visibility here.
Big Chungus.
Where are the morbidly obese cartoon characters?
This was kind of cool news for all you gamers out there. Is it Rocksteady? The Backerman?
It's
Arkham?
not Rocksteady, right? It's the guys that don't work for Rocksteady anymore, create their own company.
Oh, this is like a spin-off thing. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like a spiritual company.
Yeah.
And then they're doing this. It's as it seems.
So they're doing a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe video game, which is cool if you guys are into gaming. He played the Arkham Asylum games. So that's pretty cool. Which was about it for that news.
But like Snake Eyes is nowhere near as popular as Batman. And you're not going to have like the, oh my God, look at how cool that is, recognition of stuff like you did in Batman, you know?
Well, you have like the water level where you got to hang out with Shipwreck, right? And he wants you to...
And then you're like really uncomfortable.
Right, because he wants you to put his sun oil on him.
Yeah.
So mash X to rub the oil on his body. Yeah, hopefully they don't use anything from that Aubrey Sitterson run of G.I. Joe.
Maybe they should have named their company Bebop. Bebop Games instead of Rocksteady.
Yeah, that'd be cool. White Snake Eyes or Asian Snake Eyes? I thought he was white. I thought that was the whole thing.
Yeah, he's supposed to be white.
He doesn't talk either, right?
Yeah,
I thought he was
it's
Ray
easy.
Park.
So they, well, Ray Park's Asian, isn't he? His last name's Park.
He's not Asian. He's British. What are you talking about? Park is not an Asian surname.
Yes, isn't it Korean?
No, that would be Pak.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that makes sense.
Snarky says Phil will bitch about the silent level. Yeah.
No sound what's he's not deaf.
Yeah, he just doesn't talk. There better not be a silent level. I'm not playing that. Oh, check this out. I wanted to touch on some other comics that are coming
Henry
out.
Bemis knows. He says Park is like Smith in Korea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Stephen
Korean.
Scotsman says Park.
Well,
is
he's
Korean.
not Asian.
Do you remember
could
Dr.
look at him.
Park, your ear, nose, and throat doctor from when you were a young lad?
That was Parks. It was with an S. That's Asian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy is always sucking stuff out of my ears. Shout outs to him. He was very Asian. But Ray Park, which may or may not have an S at the end of his name, I can't remember, was not Asian. He's a British bloke. All right, I've met him.
Let's look this up.
Oh my God. This Ray
We need
Park.
to do some
Ray
fact
Park.
checking on here. Ray Parker Jr.
Parker Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Ray Park.
So it does have a little caption next to him in the search bar. It says British actor and martial artist.
Yeah, he doesn't look Asian.
Yeah, but look at his
all.
eyes.
He doesn't look
Imagine if you were
Asian.
drawing him, people would be like, "You can't draw because his eyes are too small."
Here you go.
Right?
Look at this guy. He does have some small eyes. Huh?
Right.
He's got a big head.
He does have a big head.
He was
Look at his hair. He's straight out of an anime, dude.
yeah, but he's not Asian. He's got a Asian Bruce Lee shirt on though. It's pretty cool. Look at this.
See, TC says looks Asian to me.
He's not Asian. He does not look Asian to me.
You're thinking of Ray Parker Jr.
Isn't he
half
black?
Asian. TC says 100% Asian. Go to his Wikipedia.
He kind of looks Asian when he plays Toad.
That's the only role that I know him from.
Let's see. He's got a Wikipedia page. He's a British actor,
All right.
stuntman.
All right.
Glasgow.
Born Raymond Park. He didn't change his name, which is crazy.
He's born in Glasgow.
Yep. Glasgow, Scotland. I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
Yeah, he goes, "Don't you people ever die?" So he says in
I
X-Men
guess that's
1.
true.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then he also says, "Quit messing around." Something like that.
Well,
to,
he spent
Sabretooth.
most of his life in East Asia, so
Does it say that? Northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
that's why. There's something in the air.
He went
over
to
there.
Malaysia.
His eyes smaller.
Where is Malaysia in Asia? Wushu Championship.
Why don't they just like everybody else? They're like born from a Chinese dad and a Scottish mom. Ray Parks. They didn't have any of this about him.
This guy. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's weird.
There you have it. Not Asian.
TC says Asian.
You can say it all you want. He's not
Did he say
Asian.
Kenobi also in the Phantom Menace? Isn't
Does
Tom
he
going to
say
see Phantom
Kenobi?
Menace?
Oh yeah, Tom's going to see.
Kenobi!
I don't remember him speaking at all in that
I'll
movie.
chase you to the ends of the earth. Dude, we saw a shocker, a full shocker with like the quilted costume and everything.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him up close though. I would have definitely wanted to see that because that's a pretty elaborate costume. Like the full quilted everything.
It looked a little baggy on him.
Do you
though.
think it was more like
Shocker!
a yellow Zentai suit with like fishnet stockings over the arm to simulate the quilting?
No, I bet he just bought the suit.
Like it was printed on? Because I saw him at probably
I don't know.
like
Yeah, I'm not
20
sure.
yards, maybe more.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's not a, he doesn't shoot electricity.
Right, I know. I
It's
didn't
sound-
say he was
it's
an electrician
sound.
guy. That's why he's quilty instead of rubbery.
To help absorb the sound.
Right. So it doesn't tear his body apart.
All right, check this out. If you guys aren't following Elon Musk,
Got it from Party City. Yeah, you know their shocker costumes are very popular.
Shocker. He was on he was in one of the games, right? People know who Shocker is.
He's from the series. Didn't you say they were doing Spider-Man 97?
I don't know. It's speculate. It's people are speculating.
You were having yesterday while you were in the office.
Yeah. Check this out. Everybody follow Elon Mudd on Twitter because he's got this cool new book coming out called The Plunger. Look at this.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
And this is drawn by Rich Ayala.
This pieces or the comic?
I think the book's being drawn by him too.
Okay.
But he's
What's
pretty cool.
The premise here, the
It's
gun
like
is cool with the little rockets and all that. There's a lot of personality going on there.
Super cool. Yeah, Rich. I think he's drawn the whole thing.
And he has a sword and ninja stars.
Yeah,
dude, this guy's
super
outrageous.
cool. And then I guess Irene's did a cover as well. A little close up of hers.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Look at this toilet paper guy.
He's not happy. The little panthers or whatever in the bottom are a great touch.
Yeah, it's like a Frazetta like homage,
Sure.
right? Super badass. I don't know when this is dropping, but I keep seeing different art pieces.
Scotsman's right. He says that it reminds him of Worms, the game.
Oh, dude, it totally does. Yeah, dude, I love Worms. Good call there. Yeah, it's so badass. Worms, or like he has those hands like Rayman. Remember Rayman? He's just got those floating hands.
Floating hands, yeah.
Not even
that's
connected.
cool.
Little toilet paper guy. Super cool. So everybody follow him. Does he have a sign up? He might. Let me see if he does.
Worm lover confirmed. Dude, Worms is awesome. We used to play that so much.
There's a sign up.
Way so much. You know what's cool about it? The like turn-based thing, so that like two people could play on the same computer and just playing it.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Such a great game.
Plunger. I do have a sign up. I'm dropping the link in the chat right there. And it looks like it's time to send the link to a one Vonovan Coleman. Let's see. Where's Vaughn? Here we go. I hope you're ready, Vaughn.
He's not, because
I know
he
he's not
asked you what time.
What time are we doing this,
about.
guys? While he's coming in here, shout outs to Kelsey Shannon doing some more Shank art. Says aesthetic choices here. I really love hand colored comics, not painted colored. The next step is to try and do an actual page with backgrounds. Is it a worthy endeavor to hang on the old ways, or should we push forward to new territory?
Man, with the advent of like AI arts and just digital art just is going to lose all of its value. I feel like it's lost so much value already.
Look at this. Freaking crazy. And that looks like it's traditionally colored.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's got like a dog now.
I like how
made of a furnace.
There's that scratchiness to it, and
yeah,
just great.
Freaking sweet. Great expression on his face too. Kelsey's just like his ability to subtly use lines to control just motion or expression. So badass.
He drew these?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Cool. This one might be
that lighting on his head.
Cool.
Looks like it's glowing. That's so good.
Yeah, and how he's like does like watercolor stuff, and he's able to really get really saturated color in there as well.
Yeah,
super cool.
Right.
Shank's one of my most anticipated characters in books. I can't wait for him to do more of this stuff. If you guys are just tuning in, please hit that like button. Shout outs to J-Bot. What's up, J-Bot? Good to see you. Excited about Kelsey's solo project. Yes, I'm excited for J-Bot's book, the Bear Zerker. That's going to be badass.
Bear Zerker.
Yeah, he's like a teddy bear barbarian. It's pretty badass. Kelsey is awesome. Cool stuff. We're supposed to be. Should I message Vaughn again? Vaughn's supposed to be here.
Well, you sent
now,
the link. I would
Vaughn.
imagine
now. You only get one chance, Vaughn.
7:30. Didn't his thing say 8:30 or 9:30? Go back to
Yeah,
the
but
message
it's
real quick right
it's
there.
Eastern time. He's on the East Coast.
Right.
7 or 8:30 or 9:30.
Yeah.
So it's 8:30 now his time.
Snart to come earlier was correct. It's like,
What do you
sorry,
say?
Vaughn? We've run out of time. We'll have you on another show.
That might be it. Well, we got some other, our books to talk about. People are throwing it out on Twitter that they're getting their books.
That's true. He was in the chat at some point.
Was he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen him.
Damn it, Vaughn.
That is to say, I saw him.
Kick Vaughn or welcome Vaughn. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's probably, like a bad timing where he really had to go to the bathroom and he was waiting and then he ran to the bathroom.
Starts sweating. He's like, I don't know if it's now or in an hour. That sounds like him. All right, check this out. People posting some awesome stuff. Today's Indie Comic Haul, the Lost Pages, and the People 2 Ashcan. Looking forward to the next. What an awesome collection. And check out the foil card close up in the video. And he drops the link. Yeah, I love seeing the comic hauls after people get them in the mail, popping them out there. All the trading cards, the bookmark, the books together, and this card does look freaking awesome in real life. The foil on it, you do a great job placing it on each character.
Yeah, I forgot that I did that. Like all the keying.
Yeah, because when you send in to get foil covers or cards or spot gloss or anything, you have to basically key out the areas and create a separate layer.
Yeah.
Like a two-toned black and white layer for the parts you want highlighted.
You want to talk about something nervous, you have to remember which part to make white or black, whether it's going to be shiny or not.
Or you can mess it up really bad.
Opposite. Yeah.
So we got Krim, his hair is all shiny. You got Tiger Blue in the center, his eyes are glowing, foil colored. And it takes the color that's behind it as well, actually the ink on there. And then Reaper Destroyer has the red parts, like his eyes, and then his parts on his armor and face are also shiny too.
Snart account says Vaughn went to watch Big Bang Theory.
Oh my God.
So, I saw this just to interject with this thing here. They had Big Bang Theory, and then there was Young Sheldon.
Horrible.
Right? Which is ending,
yeah,
from what I understand. And I don't know, is Big Bang Theory already over? I never watched it because
so.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Horrible
show. There's another spin-off show, and it's like called something like The First Marriage of one person and then the other person's name, like two people's names.
Yeah.
That's the title of the show. I don't know who.
And it's a spinoff from.
But it's a spinoff of Young Sheldon now. And I'm like, who's watching these shows?
Our parents are watching these shows. All right, I guess I've heard tell that Vaughn of Coleman is here. Vaudeville actor. I wish Vaughn was a vaudeville actor.
He could be.
He would.
He's got the energy.
Yeah, he should. All right, and speaking of energy, we need a good intro for him too. I think this one is pretty good, right?
God, Eddie.
All right, here's
this is
perfect intro.
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Oh my God!
You botched it.
Wait. Let's bring him on down. Vaughn Coleman. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
How you guys doing?
There he is. What's up, Vaughn?
Nothing much. Sorry about that. That's why I messaged you, because I started panicking when you were like, oh, I thought it was a 9:30 show, and then I saw you were live at 7. I was like, this isn't right.
No, we do like a hour and whatever time. We do a little vamping before you come on.
Yeah.
The best time to message me is when I'm live on the show. So
I didn't intend on that. I realized I had the time wrong because we live on a different time zone. So
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, we're Central Time. People are saying congrats in the chat for Vaughn.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a mild success. You know,
Other people
and-
saying get off the stage.
Oh well, I was invited here, so
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're here to talk about your new book. This is your first crowdfunded campaign.
Oh,
your
yeah.
first book that you're putting out for yourself.
Yeah.
And how's it feel? How's it feel to do this? Because you've been talking about this for probably a year or more now.
A long time. It's been good. It's definitely better to like now direct people to something they could actually spend money on, because I've just been saying put your email in, so to actually have something, it's great, and to see that people are actually interested in it, is one, because it's one thing for people to just say that looks cool, but to see people actually like saying, yeah, I'm willing to buy this is really something special.
Yeah, I think you did everything like the way you should, kind of like by the book.
Yeah.
Like you're always were talking about it even before you did a sign up, right?
Mhm.
Even though you
Yeah.
went through iterations of names and stuff like that.
Yes.
But always the same premise. You've had this store for a long time, but you
Long time.
actually were probably the first creator I know of that would launch their first book with over 500 signups. Did you have over 600?
I had close to 600.
That's crazy. And that's awesome. I mean, like,
Yeah, well, I was relentless with the sign up list.
and did you do it just a MailChimp or did you do it Indiegogo?
MailChimp.
Yeah.
MailChimp.
And
I
that's
mean, 'cause
also a good idea too.
I launched on Fund My Comic. I haven't done Indiegogo. Indiegogo, I know, like they do so much shadow banning, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's the point of giving them a higher percentage for them to just like not show my book? So
Right. Well,
I'd
that's another risky thing too. You took the chance on Fund My Comic, which is a very
Yeah.
new platform,
Mhm.
and you're having awesome success out of right out of the gate. I wanted to give a shout out to Sonny Crockett. It's good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a while.
What's up?
Awesome to have you in the chat.
Oh, Sonny Crockett.
Yeah, we met him in Tampa.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Tampa
Good
White.
dude.
Yeah, if you guys are seeing this book for the first time, just launched probably like
Yeah, I
last
saw
week.
that too.
What happened?
Brad
Sorry,
Snarky.
He thought he was signing a petition to kick Vaughn, not to sign up for his book.
Yeah, but the book is launched now. So check this out. You guys, if there's any mods in the chat, if they could drop the link in the chat, I'll pin it to the top. It's also in the description. But this is amazing because you've already reached 10K.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to click the got it button over here on like
Yeah,
Narwhal.
thank you. I'm like, that bothered me so much.
But you're past 10K, which is insane because Brandon and I, for the first Magic Hop, after our first 60 days, we had like 4K, and we didn't get past 10K until we were like around fulfillment or getting ready to fulfill.
Actually, after we started shipping, we probably hit over that.
Yeah, because I think we ended with 14.
Something like
that first book. But I mean, this is your first book. Art looks freaking awesome. You knocked out of the park with the signups.
Yeah.
Going on different shows, streaming yourself. If you guys aren't subbed to Vaughn's channel, definitely sub to his channel. But let's talk about this story and what's, because I know this is a multiple book series.
Oh, it's gonna be. I mean, I intend to write it for a very long time. So
That's awesome, and that's awesome because really, right, what we're getting now are these kind of like short cliffhangered stories. And I know you're a student of comics and Chris Claremont specifically. I'm reading that run right now.
Yeah,
and it's a really good formula to learn how to do an ongoing series.
Yeah.
So like that. So kind of what things are you kind of pulling from the comics you've read into here and making this something you can actually turn into a crowdfunder?
Yeah, so I mean, in all honesty, I mean, it sounds cheesy to say it, but it's like I really just was like, what's the story I want to tell? Because I was given a lot of practical advice, and a lot of it I followed, and then some I kind of, again, sounds corny, but I went with my heart with it, where it was like, I mean, I looked at, for example, Claremont's run. So technically, it's not Claremont's run, but like you start with Giant Size X and #1, so that's a giant first issue. So I wanted to start with a big one, and then what I think I'm gonna do is smaller ones. That's at least how I have it written.
Yeah.
But it's been great. I was looking at what the chat was saying, what people want. And obviously you don't want to cater, just write a story just for the masses. You know, when you do that, it becomes generic. But in terms of launching it from a business standpoint, I was like, I'll make sure the book is mostly done. It was going to be fully done, but I realized I'm going to be campaigning for, well, I have a Kickstarter as well. So like, let's say 2 months. So I within those 2 months, the book will get finished is my hope. And if not, I'll campaign a little longer. But I was like, either that or I just sit on it for 2 months and campaign. And I was like, this just makes more sense. Like I just got a new page in today, inked. So we are at 53 pages inked, 40 are colored, and then 10 have even been lettered because I wanted to see if I was writing too much, because I'm always, you know, afraid of that. But I do pull from, every time I'm feeling bad about that, I pull out a Claremont comic. I'm like, oh, I'm not that bad.
Dude, it's crazy, you know, reading modern comics and then going back and reading Claremont stuff. And because there's so many words on the page, but it's so much more fulfilling reading that. And it's awesome to take tips from that if you're going to do something that's shorter stories ongoing and you're trying to put them out multiple times a year, because you could pack so much character development into one issue. I think he really mastered that back, you know, when he was on X-Men. So I'm learning a lot just from reading that old stuff right now.
Yeah, I think it's important. Like Claremont, again, one of the things he was so good at was multi-layered. Like there's stuff that, because you've read up to 116, right? There's stuff that will be mentioned now that won't loop back around for a long time. And it's just crazy, like how much I remember. And he's cocky too. Like Claremont, it's funny. Like when I was getting one thing signed by him at Heroes last year, he just starts reading. Like he has a whole line, but he just starts reading the whole comic. I'm like, I see something you like. He's like, he's just smiling fondly. And I'm like, how did you manage to balance so many characters and storyline across multiple books? And he just goes, because I'm that good. So,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, did Claremont cancel going? No.
Yeah, he did. He didn't show up, but Claremont canceled going to C2 because he knew Phil would stalk him.
Yeah, that's true. There was multiple times when I was at the booth that Phil went off looking specifically for Claremont.
Yeah. It turns out he had canceled.
That sucks. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that, and then I would read Stan Lee Spider-Man, Marv Wolfman, George Perez, Teen Titans. You know, he of course draws girls like the Diaz brothers would like. Of course, I like them too. You know, I mean Frank Miller's Daredevil, his stuff too. I think when it comes to sequentials and just conveying a story visually, like Frank Miller is just one of the best that there ever has been. He's not even my favorite artist in terms of like it being pretty, but in terms of his visual storytelling, I mean, it's hard to even come close to him.
For sure. And I see, you know, more of like a traditional old school comic storytelling panel layouts in the pages you're showing off as well. You know, kind of like gridded panels, nothing crazy breaking the panels from what I've seen so far. And that old school comic stuff, like that's what you see from the X-Men of the 80s, right? And that also allows you to get more scenes or more moments into a smaller page book as well, which is cool. But I mean, also, you know, the 90s turned that up to 11. They had, you know, 3 panels on a page. Everything's breaking the panels, and at some points it definitely gets out of hand. You could see that from people that are like students of that. They really love doing that. But I think having the knowledge of 90s comics and pre-90s comics, knowing when to use those big moments and break those panels, that's what kind of really makes the storytelling pop.
I mean, I remember I start with a splash and then 2 spreads, and then I start going like I do. There are like there's a couple pages where I do kind of do some of that blending stuff. And I noticed in the Lost pages you did a lot of that kind of blending. Although I don't know how much of it is you as a writer, because I have a lot of back and forth with my artist. He gives me thumbnail layouts, and a lot of it is just the way I write is almost an image because I come from a film background, and it was really weird having to adjust to like because I'm always seeing it like this dimensions, and it's really weird because like stories on comics are just not they're like all over the place. So kind of learning that has been tough. But it's been fun. I mean, it's really when I went from screenwriting to like, because originally I did write it as a screenplay. When I switched it, it was like just changing the format made me realize how different comics and film are. And it deepened my appreciation for both because I realized there's like in film, you could just say he walks into a room and sits down. In comics, you have to go, okay, how many panels is that going to be? Like, how are we going to pace that? And so it actually makes you think about it in a more like each moment almost becomes more precious in a way. You really have to think about the moment to moment in the comic. And so in a way, you have to decide whether you want more or less control to the artist. And I think that's something I've been working on is trying to find a way to not be super in my artist's face, but also to have some control. And sometimes just let them flow with it. Like sometimes my artist would come up with something and I'm like, that's way.
Yeah. They'll do that to you sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I love the collaboration process and, having someone else to bounce ideas off of or like having those moments where you're surprised where like, man, this looks so much cooler than I thought it was going to be. Talk about characters because my favorite part of creating comics is the characters, character moments, character development. The reason I love the X-Men so much is because the characters, there's such an eclectic bunch. All the powers are different and really emphasize their personality. I want to talk about this guy here because I know you've talked about your main character a lot, but tell me about this bad guy.
Dark Cloud. It's always tough marketing a character that's supposed to be shrouded in mystery, but I like to try. So Dark Cloud he's someone, so in a world 20 years removed from World War III, where superhumans have been around for the entire duration of, even around like close to like 30 years, right? Superhumans in this world. Well, in that time, humanity has had to realize, okay, they're here to stay, and we can't just let them overpower us. And so now criminals have had to step up their game. And so he uses state-of-the-art technology. And we don't know why, but we know he's part of a group that is going to lead a heist on a nuclear reactor. So our main character rushes in because I remember it was a bank heist because a bank heist, no matter what your character's motivations are, everyone needs money. So you can always make that work. Right. But I remember getting feedback that was like, do something more original. And I decided on, in the future, let's say something about the world, do some world building. And in the future, nuclear reactors are the future. And I was like, well, what's something futuristic? And that led me to hiring my assistant editor who knows all about that. And
is your assistant editor from the future?
No, he's not. He just knows science.
That would be cool, though.
He was?
Yeah, just roll with that. Tell people
yeah. I mean, I went to high school with him, but I could make that up, I guess. So, he's basically someone who kind of mirrors our main character, where our main character is inexperienced, but he has superpowers, whereas our villain is very experienced, but he has no superpowers, and instead he has gadgets and he's fully prepared. Our main character is very young and idealistic, and his powers reflect that they're very bright and flashy. Dark Cloud is very dark. He always has this smoke around him. He's always this towering presence, and he's bigger, he's stronger, and he kind of doesn't believe in the whole selflessness anymore. He believes very much in everyone is out for themselves, and you just have to do what is in your best interest because everyone is going to stab you in the back at some point. He doesn't really have ideals. He has goals. He doesn't mean he doesn't have empathy, but he doesn't really have a sense of idealism anymore. He doesn't see really good in humanity overall, whereas our main character does. And so they kind of compare and contrast.
That's cool. I love that you bring up points like that because that's awesome for character development and kind of like the more deeper readers are going to read into things like that. I think like characters, we talked about this a lot on the creative block, especially when we first started, like these character archetypes, heroes.
That was a classic.
Yeah, heroes that mirror their counterparts, their villains, foil characters, and things like that. I love kind of the psychological elements of that. We got Mike Wilson in the chat. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, brother. He says chaotic neutral. That's some weeb character talk.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I remember I remember that in the chat. People were arguing whether Batman was like fitting into this chart. I'm like, he doesn't play this game. Like, I don't know why we're putting him in this chart.
We got Nefarious in the chat. What's up? He says, what's up, nerds? Just stopping by to say hi. Can't stay, but blame Phil Diaz for streaming when I'm out to dinner. Oh, Freaker. Damn it. Sorry about that. No.
Wow, Phil.
You stopping by, though.
You would do that, dude.
The other Zayd is here as well. Good to see you, Jeremy. Hope you're doing good, brother. Yeah. So, guys, if you have not checked this book out, the page, it is the time to back. How many more days do you have left to this? Because it's only like a week old, right?
Yeah, it's 16 days left. Let's see. It's 16 days left, and it's. Well, that's on Fun My Comic, but it is going to be in demand after. But I think I'm debating if I want it for the last of the 30 days, bring back the day one trading card to buy, not for free. I'm debating if I want to do that.
It's cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, for 30 days, I'm going to do a Kickstarter at some point as well. But then we're going to wrap up. It's going to be a quick turnaround. So if you want it, definitely get it. And the better this funds,
just a ripoff of the People.
Yeah, Brandon wants to know why.
That's just coincidence.
Kid Boom Boom is a ripoff of the People.
Listen, did Padrino drew that? Don't blame me. Yes. So if you have an issue with
People fan,
or maybe maybe you were a big Boom Boy fan.
No one knows. Never heard of Boom Boy.
Never heard of Boom. I'm more of a City Boy.
Yeah, I'm more. Myself. Yeah, I like City Boy better than Boom Boy. Why didn't you call him Kid Boom or Boom Kid?
Because that doesn't have alliteration.
Right, you're obsessed with alliteration.
I do like it. Golden Gallant is on the team. Madame Magnet.
Obsessed with alliteration.
Well, let's do a Foom fan.
I'm gonna make you change his name. Let's do a poll right now.
No, you can't. Hang on. Phil, by the way, has been ever since. So Phil was despite him crapping on my alliteration, he was a supporter of Lord Lightning. Let the record show. Brandon was too.
Yeah, Lord Lightning was cool, but when he's old, when he's older, you know,
you guys didn't like Living Legends, though, correct?
Right.
It just insists upon itself.
What's that? What's the name? Boom Boy. Boom Boy, spelled B-O-I, right?
It's supposed to be no.
Or what was mine? Kid Boom?
No, the point is that he's like
Kid Boom or Boom Kid.
A kid came up with that name, you know, and it was like an early time. So like, and then the superhero world, so they weren't as creative.
Oh, dude, Kid Boom!
Wait.
Now he's gonna change it.
Yeah,
that's actually really good.
Brandon with the name there. All right, Kid.
All right, I get 10% of the sales though.
Jake said Dark Drought. Wait, Kid Kaboom is actually so good. Like,
yeah, TC's on board.
All right, we got a poll in the chat. Everybody vote in the poll. If you guys are watching on Twitter or Rumble, come over to YouTube and vote in the poll.
I mean, this character is literally only in that panel of issue 1, so.
Snartacom has a good.
Or maybe, unless he's the one that.
Sorry.
One of these heroes.
What do you think about this name?
No, I'm good.
He got the flag on his face.
Yeah.
You
know. Yeah. Kid Boom. Oh, Kid Boom is good. It's actually
Kid
really
Boom.
Good. Like Kaboom. Kaboom.
Kaboom is actually works way better.
I feel like you guys hate everything I come up with.
No,
not everything.
It's
just like 95%. Sydney Sweeney, there's your alliteration right there. Is that why she's winning?
Shit, Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, that's true. There's some new Sydney Sweeney news for next week. News, not nudes.
I'm sure there are some more nudes.
Yeah, we'll see. So, Boom Boy, spelled B-O-I. Is there a reason he's in the America Chavez outfit though?
It's not. It's just America. He loves his country, the great nation of United States of America. He loves his country, like any good non-commie would. And anyone who was suspicious of that, I would have questions for.
Wait, so are you saying in this world, The Lost Pages is a really famous comic book, and it's so famous that they sell people costumes at Party City, and he went.
No,
he's such a big fan of the people.
What? All right.
That
Take
yeah,
out
this is like
Padrino. He
a
designed
Scarlet
it.
Spider
All right,
situation.
that was I wasn't as specific on Boom Boy's costume. I just said have some American flag, maybe like a vest, do something fun. He came up with that, and I thought it was cool.
It is cool. I do like the design. It's cool.
Yeah,
it is cool.
You know, fine. We'll have the people versus Boom Boy. Or
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Jay Williams says kid seed oil is another. There you go.
People versus Boom Boys sounds like a big court case.
Yeah.
It's on
The
its way up to
people
the
versus
Supreme
Boom
Court.
Boy.
Boom Boy.
It does. Dude, that should be the comic. They open it up, and then page 1, it's literally just like the whole thing is just a court trial.
It's a big trial. Yeah.
Yeah, it works out like that. Oh, let's see. We got how many people are voting in the chat? Only 16 votes. Come on, guys. There's like 40 of you guys.
What are they voting on?
The vote is what's a better name, Boom Boy or Kid Kaboom?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even as creator of Boom Boy, I think Kid Kaboom might be better. But honestly, to be fair, the name Boom Boy, I had originally come up with it literally as a character I wanted to kill off. And then as I started expanding the character, I was like, oh, that's actually cool. So the name stuck.
Yeah.
But the character became cooler.
I think it's time to change the name.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing, but
TC says the People versus Boom Boy is a copyright infringement lawsuit.
But anyway, you see one of these characters, I won't spoil who, you have to get to the end of the issue, is going to take over training the team. And so the team is going to be called Phenomenova, but this team is Crusader Corps, which I want to do a World War III story based on.
Cool.
So that's going to be set during World War III. But yeah, Crusader Corps, you get to pick. One of these characters, I'm not going to spoil, is going to be training the next generation.
Cool. Yeah, this is awesome. How long? I know you want to do kind of like a spinoff one day to tell the tale of the World War III stuff. But in this book now, how many like other superpowered characters are we going to see? Because there's Galvanite, which is the kid, the main character. And then obviously you have the villain who's I'm guessing in the book as well. Anyone else that we could look forward to?
In the first issue, I wanted to keep it very focused, kind of like the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. And that's because I think that a lot of comics tend to jump the gun. And I actually pulled from a lot of the Spider-Man comics where, okay, like there are other characters in the universe, but we're focusing on Peter and the people in his personal life. Because I wanted his best friend as a main character. You see how he's trying to hide his powers from his mom. You see his struggles at school. I really wanted you to get to know him before we introduce the other characters. So we're going to save them for later issues. But you will. I actually did in one draft have the team come in at the end of issue 1, but it felt like it was just kind of like a me throwing everything at. I just felt like they deserved a more proper introduction. So you will see the team soon, but I decided not to include them on issue 1. But there will be four members of the Phenomenova team when he joins. He's the 5th.
Cool, awesome.
And then they'll be trained by one of the World War III characters.
Cool. I think you're doing it right. I know a lot of people, especially if they're trying to do a team book or build up to a team book, they sometimes get caught up in throwing 15 characters into one book and introducing them all on one page and stuff like that. Yeah. And that could really distract your reader from the story and the plot and the character development.
Yeah, I have a list of 15 characters, but I want to dole them out. When I found out there was one character I was gonna have in the starting lineup, and I was like, no, actually I'll introduce her later, so that way we establish a dynamic, and then she shifts it. And it's I want to do that, kind of introduce them when they feel natural.
Cool. Yeah, that's perfect, man. This looks awesome. Everybody go out and back this. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's also in the description. And you also stream as well on your channel. I know you're wanting to do that more, so people go follow Vaughn Coleman. That's the name of your channel.
Yes, right? That's correct. I have a 2-hour video essay that I should be dropping tomorrow, I hope.
Nice.
It was not supposed to be that long, and then I kept going.
Yeah, everybody go over there, ring that bell on his channel as well. We're going to end this poll. What is a better name? Almost 30 votes in the chat here. And 83% say Kid Kaboom.
All right.
83.
Yeah, that's
Am I allowed to use that?
Poll.
Yeah, you're allowed to use that.
Okay.
Kid
Yeah, you
Kaboom.
can use it.
Yeah, use
just
it.
require 10% of comic book sales.
All sales. Yeah. No, I think that's a badass name.
That's a good name.
It's cool. Use it.
All right, Kid Kaboom.
Put it in there.
Or Kid Boom is good too.
Kid Kaboom. Yeah.
All right, I'll do Kid Kaboom. Snark Town wants there to be a Lady Taiwan. That's like Rini self-insert.
Lady Taiwan. Or else. There's no alliteration there. How about Lady Boy? There's the alliteration. So
that's horrible.
With an I. Yeah, but where else are you going to use boy with an I?
Yeah, BOI. Lady Boy. I think that
unironically
that works. Everybody go check this out. Go over to Fund My Comic, grab yourself a copy, and spread the word about it as well.
Oh, already, if it hits 15K, that double page spread of the fire is going to be a mini print.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. This freaking awesome page here.
Yeah.
Super cool. Dude, thanks for coming on. I hope you get a bunch of sales from this. Spread the word, everybody. We're going to send you over to Michael Bancroft's channel, where I think he's going to be looking at something with Camel Moon, like one of his books or something. But go over there. We're sending you over there. Everybody have a great weekend. And we'll see you Monday. If you guys get your books,
TC's got it right.
Tweet it out.
There's your alliteration.
Titty Taiwan. There you go.
All right. See ya.
Peace out, everybody. We'll check you on the flip flop. Bye.
You come out here and try to get the sympathy of the people, but you don't get my sympathy at all. And after it's all said and done, you're gonna be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is that you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses.